The Platte River in central Nebraska has long been a major migration corridor. From roughly 1841 till 1863, some 350,000 pioneering Americans came along the Oregon Trail through here, paralleling this river as they moved west. These days, the Platte is still a migration corridor for waterfowl moving down from the north. During the cold month of December and January, when ponds have frozen over, this river still runs open and free. And the waterfowl rest here, forage out on the cornfields and the agricultural lands surrounding this area. And that brings in another migration, waterfowl hunters. They come here to the Platte for some of the finest waterfowl hunting in North America. I'm Ron Spomer, and this is Winchester Legends.
Nebraska's Platte River is to duck hunting what Yankee Stadium is to baseball. Legendary. Water, cattails, mallards, shotguns, and Labradors. Perfect.
I got that last one. I just saw a flash. He just dropped over a little ridge in there. He's coming.
The waterfowling can actually be too good, with hunters filling their limits by mid-morning. Afternoons in surrounding prairies are perfect for another Nebraska tradition, coyote hunting.
We're Winchester.
Winchester Legends is brought to you by She Safari, clothing for her expedition. Night and Hail Game Calls, bring them closer. Winchester Rifles and Shotguns, the guns that work. Walker's Game Ear, hear like you've never heard before, and protect yourself from the harmful effects of muzzle blast.
Open skies and endless prairies. Nebraska is an outwash plain of the eroding Rocky Mountains. And out here, the biggest sluice is the Platte, famous for running thick with sand, a mile wide and an inch deep. North Platte, Nebraska sits where the famous river branches into its north and south forks, right at the southern edge of the Nebraska Sandhills. It's a hunter's paradise, which helps explain how Cabela's got started just west of here. It's definitely a must-stop destination for all hunters whenever they're in Nebraska.
You've got to stop in at a Cabela store if you're anywhere near it, because it's not just a place to buy things. It's sort of a destination in and of itself. I mean, you cannot believe all of the sporting paraphernalia that's available until you go into a store like this. It's just huge. You name it, from fishing through hunting, anything that has to do with the outdoors, including camping and cooking and eating, they've got it at Cabela's.
Those look kind of intriguing. I thought about trying those out sometime.
Real high pitch.
Well, I don't know.
The mouse caller.
There's a shrill, radical distress sound.
Try one. It's for the big mouse. Are you sure we got everything, Joe?
I think between this and everything I've got in the truck, we should be ready to go.
You've got the ammo, right?
I've got the ammo.
All right.
Let's go do it.
I got invited down here by my old buddy, Joe Arterburn. Joe works for Cabela's, and he lives right there in Nebraska, but he's hunted a lot. And he's always talking about all the great duck hunting and coyote hunting and deer hunting and all the rest of it. And he's always promised that we'd go sometime, and he gave me a call this year. It was a good opportunity. And he had a friend with this little private pond right on the river, or just right off the river, name of Mark. And he said, Mark's going to take us out onto his spread. He's got all the decoys. He's got everything we need. He's got a blind set up. He's even got the dog for doing the retrieving work. So we just really had a nice setup.
Definitely ducking has to be one of my favorites. It's just anticipation, all the setup, the decoys, everything that you put into the whole morning, I guess, that just kind of adds up to a pleasurable experience.
Ooh, look at all the ducks. Look at all the ducks. Beautiful. These guys went over the top of the blind. They're going to come back, guys. Right out front, 12 o'clock, coming in low.
Okay, cut them.
All right.
Yeah.
That one's in the cattails over there.
Yeah, Skip will find it. Skip finds all of them.
God, that Skip doesn't miss anything, does she?
Nope, that's Skip
Look at that.
Skip the Wonder Dog.
Yeah.
Retrievers are as integral to the waterfowling as shotguns, and the North American bred Labrador is the most famous breed of all. Tough, energetic, determined. They work harder than the hunters.
Skip is Mark's dog, and we gave her a pretty good workout chasing those ducks down. We'd drop them, and then we'd no sooner get up and shoot, and she'd be out the door retrieving. Did a very good job.
Come on, Skip, sniff it out. My first hunting dog was a female black lab named Teal, and this was a female black lab named Skip. And it really took me back to the old days in South Dakota. That was a great little dog. She was just a ball of fire, very well disciplined, paid attention, listened to the boss, no messing around. When he sent her out for a duck, she went out there and found that duck. Oh, hey, right out front, guys, a single. Real low, right front. Joe, cut it. Right there, right there. I didn't need to be there on that one, buddy.
Oh man, he's smoking.
Hey.
Winchester Legends is brought to you by Winchester Ammunition, the American legend. Swarovski Optic. She Safari, clothing for her expedition. Otis Technologies, the most advanced gun care system in the world. Walker's Game Ear. Hear like you've never heard before and protect yourself from the harmful effects of muzzle blast.
It's been said only duck hunters and fools get up before the sun to splash through icy waters, sit in dank reeds, and sniff swamp gas. But it wasn't said by a duck hunter. But once you've sampled it, you keep coming back. There's more magic in the sights, sounds, and scents of an autumn wetland at dawn than a metropolitan opera on a Saturday night. And duck hunters get to sit in the orchestra pit. Heck, they even get to direct.
There's some teal decoys there. We'll ditch those. We'll take the rest of them out, throw them out in front, and just kind of leave that corner open, you know.
Positioning the players, even if they're just dummies, is critical. And an artist fusses with the proper arrangement. Too close together signals nervousness. Too far apart reduces visual impact. This isn't rocket science. Hunters just act as if it was.
Waterfowling has been an American hunting tradition since the first people got here, I suspect. You know, Native Americans were making decoys thousands of years ago. They found them in caves down in Arizona, of all places. So to continue that tradition of fooling waterfowl, bringing that delectable breast meat to the table, you know, there's just something special about that.
Sun's breaking the horizon, ducks are flying. Boys, it's time to get under cover.
We have a masked man and goggle man. It's like superhero week.
Well, when you first see the ducks, you know, we're up watching them coming around, and then you see something it looks like you might have a chance at. The calls start going, and your heart starts pumping a little faster, and you're thinking, man, I don't want to mess this up with the call, but you're calling, and don't want to call too much, don't want to call too little, don't want to call too loud. They're coming, and they circle, and you're just waiting, anticipating whether Mark's going to call the shot or not, but you know, they're a little bit too high, we're going to try to bring them around again. So, I mean, the anticipation just builds until Mark yells, let's take them. And then you stand up and everything goes kabloom.
Ooh, look at all the ducks. Look at all the ducks.
Okay, let's cut them. Cut them.
I got that last one. Well, you guys took the ones I was aiming at the first time before I could shoot, so I had to repick. Here's some. Take them. I love that. I love it when a good plan comes together. Call it, man.
Okay, let's
in.
cut them. Cut them.
Oh, got that one. All right. Nothing measures up to the old tradition of fooling a duck with a call and a decoy. I mean, that is just really the ultimate. So you've got your decoy spread out, you've got yourself hidden really well, you go through all these machinations getting ready, you make your calls, and you've got birds just coming everywhere in the air, and of course the magic of flight all plays in. And you just know if you do things right, you're going to bring those birds within range, and it's just something magical about that.
And the magic plays all morning.
Hey guys, it's sunny out here. It's a nice day. Come on out of that cave.
Mark's very good about inviting us back, and it's just such a great wildlife corridor through here that I would definitely plan to get back as soon as I can, whenever I can convince Mark that he should let me back.
Don't call us, we'll call you.
Oh, there he went. I just saw a flash. He just dropped over a little ridge, and there he's coming. It looked like he was going your way, though, Joe. Okay.
Next, the magic switches from wetlands to prairies, ducks to coyotes.
Winchester Legends is brought to you by Winchester Ammunition, the American legend. Swarovski Optic. Night and Hail Game Calls. Bring them closer. Otis Technologies, the most advanced gun care system in the world. Winchester Rifles and Shotguns, the guns that work.
When you're hunting coyotes in open country, a light caliber rifle like the .243 Winchester with a 55 grain ballistic silver tip bullet, just perfect. But in the heavy cover and thick woods where the coyotes come in close and fast, shotgun's the perfect medicine. Something like this Winchester extended range high density shot in about BB size knocks them flat.
Nebraska's sandhills, big, open prairie, perfect legendary coyote country.
This is it, boys. We're going to make it all happen right here, right now. Most people coyote hunt just for the pure challenge of fooling one of nature's best, most cunning predators. Coyotes are just extremely intelligent animals and great hunters in their own right. So if you can fool one of those, an animal with those kind of instincts, you really accomplish something.
Unlike ducks, these predators don't flock to small water holes. Hunters must find the perfect location from which to call, try their luck, and do it again and again. Stealth, camouflage, and work in the wind are critical to avoiding detection.
Coyote hunting in flat terrain can be quite difficult because they can see so far. How do you get there and where do you set up without being seen first? It's tough. So what a coyote hunter looks for ideally is broken country. You know, either hilly stuff or lots of brush so that a coyote down low can't see over the brush to see you set up. And here we've got sort of a combination. It's been a drought year and the vegetation isn't anywhere near as high as it should be, but they've got a lot of rolly sand hills. And when you've got all that sort of broken terrain, not only does it cover you as you move in and give you a place to set up, but it provides lots of places for coyotes to both hunt and hide. They like to sleep just over the top of a hill out of the wind with a little bit of brush around them. And there's all sorts of pockets out here, so coyotes could be anywhere.
A coyote trusts his nose more than his eyes or ears, so masking scents are strategically placed to intercept the animals before they cross the hunter's odor trail. A bit of furry motion enhances the deception. Sounds like a rabbit? Smells like a rabbit, looks like a rabbit. Dinner is served.
I didn't see that before, did you? Where? Oh, way out there on that hillside. Oh, way out. Yeah, that's one. Yeah. He's looking right at us. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's coming. Here he comes. He's going to come right over here, Joe. Let him get down underneath there. Yeah.
He's coming, but he's got a long ways to come. He's gonna take a while. Just be ready. Okay. Joe, you watch that hill there. He might go around there and pop up and get the wind on us. I'll watch right out front here. All right. Oh yeah, he's coming. He's got to be coming.
If he pops up on that hill, he might see that decoy.
I hope he does. Take his eye off us, but just keep watching out there. He's gonna pop up. It's gonna take him a while though, because he was a long way out. Boy, he's coming from what's that? That's not him. No. Careful. Okay.
Don't move.
I'm gonna call a little bit more to keep him coming so he doesn't lose interest, okay?
Yep.
Okay. That should be there.
I don't see him.
Oh, there he went. I just saw a flash. He just dropped over a little ridge in there. He's coming. He looked like he was going your way, though, Joe.
Okay.
I better straighten him out again. Keep him coming in. I don't want him to get around behind the wind. That should do it. Where is that fucker? He'll make it. Don't worry, he'll get here. Maybe I'll squeak him a little bit.
Nice shot.
That one I was blowing there to the last is a pretty good loud call. They seem to like that.
Yeah. What is that anyway?
That new night and hail.
Oh yeah.
Ultimate predator. I've never tried it before, but that sucker's got a different sound. Way different sound than most calls. It seems to work pretty well.
Definitely different. Yeah.
We use flickers and sometimes squawking chickens. You ever use that one?
No.
Yeah, that one will work.
No.
And then the fawn call.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Sometimes the fawn will get them. Guess you just never know.
I
but
think we just mix it up today.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because I don't know what these coyotes have heard, if anything.
Yeah,
So
we just need to try everything.
far so good. So
Well, let's go pick this guy up.
take a look at him. So I think he's going to be a heck of a belt.
Yeah. Oh, this is a pretty big dog. Holy moly's. Joe, you gotta see the size of this one. Whoa. That's a nice big dog. Thick pelt too. I wonder if it's a male. Oh yeah, yep. This was the dominant dog in the territory. That's why he came in so confidently. Yeah. Look at the size of the head on him. He's big. Oh, he's got a beautiful thick pelt.
Yeah.
And when they come at you, that white underbelly lights up. That's a beauty. Like, yes, Your Highness, you're right. Yes, absolutely, Master. Leave that. Boy, he came out the top. We got us a beauty right here. He did pop up, and he was right there, still on line. And when he came over that ridge, he was looking right at us. He had us nailed just from that sound. It always impresses me the way they can find you just from a sound from so far away.
Way out there, maybe 1,000 yards away, coming over a hill, we could see this coyote coming. So we just sat there. Ron kind of kept working him a little bit. Every time he would dip down out of sight, we would kind of adjust our positioning of our rifles. So when he was in sight, we froze. And then he came right up in sight about 140 yards out, and Ron was able to get a shot at him and thumped him with the first shot.
So coyotes are a problem. You know, some people say, oh, coyotes, you know, they're terrible, we hate them, get rid of them. But I've got nothing against a coyote. It's got as much right to be here as anyone else, and I enjoy the heck out of them. And if you need to reduce the population to, let's say, alleviate some depredation on your sheep flock, or your pheasant population, quail, whatever, coyotes can be a real predatory problem. I try to hunt ducks every year. Don't hunt them quite as much as I used to, but I try to get out several times a year to enjoy and bring back the memories of a duck hunt. It's just sort of something special, and it's such an incredible American tradition.
Ducks and coyotes, not your typical mixed bag hunt. But where distinct habitats meet, as they do along the Platte, innovative hunters take advantage. The balm of nature, the satisfaction of good dog work, the thrill of wild game coming to the call, and the warmth of adventure shared with good friends. These are hunting legends in the making.
For more information about Winchester ammunition, log on to winchester.com.